As many of you already know, everything that we've been taught is an inversion of the truth. The sun isn't in the middle of the solar system. The earth is in the middle of the solar system, and the sun revolves around earth, just like they had it up to the 16th century. Now, Copernicus had the heliocentric model correct when it comes to the planets. He just put Earth as going around the sun as well, which puts everything in the wrong place pretty much. Now, the other ramifications of this are quite astounding. The sun, the largest body in the solar system. The Earth is the second largest body in the solar system, followed by Jupiter, Saturn, and the Moon. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are tiny. As you can see, the Moon's larger than the three of those combined. And the Earth is larger than Jupiter, and the Earth is larger than Saturn. In this setting, not that I necessarily believe Newton's gravitational theory, you can see that the mass of the solar system is concentrated between the Moon, the Earth, and the Sun. And those three bodies are nearest to each other. Clearly, Venus, Mercury, and Mars have essentially no mass to speak of. If you take Jupiter and Saturn, which are gas giants, they probably have a much smaller rocky core. You can see that their mass isn't very much at all. And of course, it's highly probable, in my opinion, and others as well, that the sun may have a rocky core, could perhaps be on the scale of Earth. In all probability, the mass of the sun may be that of Earth and the Moon, so we may have something along these lines, a slightly larger rocky core. Plasma physics, the sun is in arc mode, and so the plasma is probably surrounding probably a core a lot like Earth, probably lots of iron and other metals. I wouldn't call it molten. It just it's in the center of a pinch, of a Z pinch, and it's in the arc mode discharge. It's like a welder. If you take the size of Tycho's model, and this AU, the distance between Earth and the Sun, let's use the Astronomia Danica value, which is slightly larger than Tycho's, and that is about 8.2 million kilometers mean. But anyway, you can see the difference that these proportions make. Now, I can't even show you a star on here. It will do it, but it's so tremendously far away, you won't see anything. All you'll see is a blank screen. But if the stars are about where Tycho had them, which I think that's exactly where they're at, the notion of light years and all these other ridiculous notions are just go by the wayside. And another thing about this, I mean, here's Earth, the center of the solar system, the place we live, a special place. Here's the Moon. We're going to Mars to form a colony on this tiny place where if gravity were to hold, there wouldn't be any gravity there to speak of. It'd be way less than the Moon. We're going to go and live on this little tiny asteroid-like place. So hopefully you can see from this scaled CAD drawing that once the AU size is brought down to its proper proportion, that necessarily causes the other planets associated with the sun to reduce in size as well. That means that Venus isn't the size of Earth. It's much smaller than Earth. That goes for the other planets as well, but it especially makes Mercury and Mars nearly asteroid-like, and the so-called gas giants, which are much, much closer to us than we're told, are much smaller. Correspondingly, that also means that the time that it takes light to reach Earth from the sun is not nearly what they have told us that it is, 8 minutes. That doesn't even make sense when you talk about eclipses, because honestly, common sense just tells you that if light from the sun were to take 8 minutes to reach Earth, that an eclipse would never happen. So hopefully we can start to uninvert everything, because remember, everything they've told you is an inversion. Everything. That's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching.